and as I say, this only appears in desktop, so here's the challenge. 50% of our views now, in some cases more, are happening not on desktop, but in mobile. And the annotations do not resolve in the mobile environment. So there's no calls to action, even though we might say, click on my link, there's no link for them to click on. They've got to go into the description field, and who's going to do that? So YouTube introduced something called YouTube Cards a couple of months back. And these are little, you notice the little eye dot that appears at the top of YouTube videos now? That's what YouTube Cards are. They appear in mobile. Well, let's go over. Here's my cards. And they...
Steve Dotto here. How the heck are you doing?
We are doing great, Steve. Just shut up. Right. So here's my cards that we see here. And if we click here on the little eye, that's how the cards look. They're actually graphics that you can put in. And you can put in multiple cards. So these are calls to actions that are a little bit more subtle. They don't get as high a click-through rate as annotations, but they're persistent. You can put them up, they'll run up for the length of the video, and they'll have little teasers that will pop out saying, subscribe to my newsletter, give me some love, please do something. And you've got those little whispers that happen, and to move people in the right direction. So YouTube Cards are the second level of call to action that you can create within your videos. And what do you do with it? So what do you do with these calls to action? Well, you drive people back to your website and to opt in for your newsletter list. So once I've done all of these things, title, description, tags, thumbnail image, annotations, and cards, then I'm ready to publish my video. Until then, I keep my video dark. And then on my schedule, I publish my video. The moment that my video is published, I then cross-post it immediately. So I've actually created a blog post on my website before. So here's the video here. Let's go to Dotto Tech. You'll have to excuse my site. It's like everybody. I'm not really reconstructing it. It's much better. So, but the guy that was doing it had his cat needed surgery, and I haven't heard back from him for 6 months. But I'm working on it. Actually, I am in the middle of redesigning, but I'm doing it myself. So here's my website. So here is that video that we were just talking about. There it is, right there. So 4 browser extensions I use daily. You can see it's got lots of social shares, it's got lots of social proof. I create this blog post as soon as it's actually dark and been created as soon as the video goes up. So here we have a full post that has a description as well as additional calls to action, things like click to tweet, as well as an invitation down at the bottom to subscribe to our newsletter and all those sorts of things. So I'm creating some good, rich, existing extra content that people can consume other than in video. They can read the blog post as well. But I'm not done yet. The launch sequence is only partially through. Because now what I do is I take this post and I cross-post this post to Facebook and to the other social networks. Why am I doing it that way? Because I don't want to drive traffic from Facebook to YouTube. That does me no good. It's sending it from one crook to another crook, right? Ultimately, I want to be the crook that owns your name. So I want the name, and I want people to subscribe to my list. I'll get to you just that, so you don't have to, unless it's for Pilates. So when they view and like my post in Facebook, they're Facebook's customer. They're an acquaintance of mine, no more. If they come to YouTube and subscribe in YouTube, they're YouTube's customer. Again, they're an acquaintance of mine, no more. It's only when they come to my site and subscribe to my newsletter that they become my customer or my community member. That is always my goal. So when I cross-post from now on, so as soon as I create the YouTube video, yes, I appreciate all of the traffic that YouTube generates and all of the search results that they get, but ultimately I want people to view this video as often as possible on the Dotto Tech site with my calls to action in place so that they can become a part of my community. Once that's done, it's job well done. At that point there I feel like I've done my job and my video is serving its purpose. That's kind of the life cycle. So once it's cross-posted into YouTube, into Facebook, I then take that blog post and I create a series of tweets that we apply. We're just in the stage of now also starting to post it out to Instagram, any other networks that come down the pipe. We're now taking this blog post and we'll begin reposting it actually just this week. We're just starting to craft the posts. It'll be published in LinkedIn because they've got the nice new publisher interface. So we cross-posting the blog, but always with the idea of driving people back and ultimately getting them on the newsletter. And that's my publishing sequence. See, so at the end of the day now, what I've done is I'm a content marketer. Are you all comfortable with that term now? Have you heard it enough? Basically, I'm creating content and I'm building my reputation, I'm building my tribe through my content. Once I've got them into my newsletter, into my mail list, then I can start to sell to them different products. Now, in my particular case, my community's told me they're interested in courses on different areas. I've developed courses in those areas, and they've rewarded me. They bought those courses, and we're in the middle of launching a brand new one on Evernote. We've already done the first version of the course on Evernote. We've had over 1,000 people now take that course, which just blew my mind. The first time that you sell a course online, an information product, and you do that webinar, and you open the shopping cart, and all of a sudden your email starts pinging, PayPal notifications. It's better in sex. I'm sorry, but it's way better than sex. Now, I haven't had that much sex. But it's got to be pretty good sex to be this good. This is all I'm saying. Like, really good. Like I'm talking twins. Anyway, it's a magic moment when you actually build a funnel that works, and when you get to that point where you actually get those payments. But that's my YouTube business in a nutshell. So how am I doing? Have I run out of time? Because I want to talk about the streaming club and stuff too. So was that valuable?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, bud? I promise you, yes.
I'm curious, can you set or create a weekly